Hello, and welcome to another episode of Somewhat Accurate History, a podcast where we vaguely remember the history of various countries. Apparently, Wales is not a country. Hello, welcome to a new episode of Somewhat Accurate Mythology, the bonus of Somewhat Accurate History. That's right, we got 2 episodes done back to back. That almost never happens.
Funny thing is, they won't see these back to back. I'll spread it out thin so they think that we're being really, efficient in doing an episode every week. Those fucking morons.
It's for the Patreon money, you cucks.
Speaking of cucks, so we're going over a bunch of Greek stories, right?
Hells yeah. So, Greek mythology is a little played out. I know definitely people in the West see and hear these stories all the fucking time. But they're cool, so fuck you. I'm going to talk about a couple of my favorites. So, rather than talking about Heracles, because he is cool, he's all over the place. I'm going to talk about some 3 that I really like that are different. I'm going to go right off the top of the bat with Sisyphus. Now, you've heard of Sisyphus, haven't you?
The name is familiar, but I'll be honest, I do not remember a goddamn thing about pretty much all of the Greek stories. So, you know what, Aleks? This is going to be all Greek to me.
Well, you've probably heard of what happened to him. He's the guy with the boulder. Now,
oh, yeah.
Now, how he got to that point, though, is a very fun, entertaining story. So, we're going to go back. Whoosh. There's a man named Sisyphus. Sisyphus is the king of Corinth. He's sitting there being a king and all, and he's going to die soon. Thanatos.
Is he going to die from conquistadors?
No, unfortunately not.
That seems to be a theme in these episodes, Aleks.
No, he's not going to touch a white guy and then get the plague and die. But Thanatos, the god of death, is coming for him. It's simply his time. Somehow, Sisyphus gets wind of this, and he's like, whoa, I don't want to fucking die. That's fucking cringe, bro. Got an idea. So, what you don't know about Thanatos is that the way the Greeks portrayed Thanatos was that he wasn't like the Grim Reaper where he was big and spooky. He was a lot more like a pretty anime boy. So you know Sephiroth is like lean muscle and has long silvery hair? Yeah, that's pretty much how they try to portray Thanatos. He was fair-looking, soft-spoken, kind, and kind of naive. They wanted to make him these nice kind of endearing traits, because it's kind of hard to get people to say, hey, let's all worship the god of death. No one's going to want to die, right? So they try to make him really nice. So he flies in, fucking flocks his anime hair, and knocks on the door politely, hey, it's King Sisyphus here. It's his time to die. And Sisyphus is like, oh, yes, it's him. Of course. I've got a great fucking plan for this. Hello there, Thanatos. You're looking great today. And he's like, yes, hello. It's a pretty nice day out. I'm just doing my job. And she's like, yes, that's great. It's great. So I know it's my time to die and all. That's great. Here, I even got these nice little shackles you can put me in. But I gotta say, these are exquisite chains. They would look great on you. Could you really try them on for me? And he's like, well, sure, by all means. He puts them on. I was like, these are pretty nice chains. They're pretty strong, too. He's like, yes, they are. Come here, you little shit! Grabs Thanatos, shoves him into a fucking, treasure chest, stomps and kicks him in there. Shoves him, kicks him in there, locks it, and says, okay, well, takes care of that. So...
the virgin Thanatos versus the Chad Sisyphus.
So Sisyphus just locks him in a fucking chest. He's like, well, I have to die now. Takes care of that. So... Death now can't do his job. This is a very
because
bad...
someone put him in a fucking chest?
He had really strong... Remember, Thanatos is an idiot. He's naive. So he just he gets put in his little shackles. His arms are bound, too. He's in the shackles in a chest, and I guess he's just gonna sit there and die. So
he's just like a fucking droopy dog. He's like a fucking cartoon character. Oh boy, well. Guess I'll just... shit here in this chest forever.
Well, so much for me. So, 2 people notice very fast that people aren't dying. Those people are Ares and Hades. Ares is out having a fucking battle, with all of his fucking Ares fucking warriors and shit. They're stabbing each other hey, wait a fucking minute. Stab, stab. He's not dying. He stabs himself. I'm not dying either. What the fuck? Yo, Ares, what's going on, man? And Ares like, he's got his little binoculars, because apparently he had binoculars back then. He's like, what the fuck?
I imagine he's got like the little theater ones that you hold up with a stick.
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck? None of my guys are dying. None of those guys are dying. Ugh. I bet Hades knows what's going on. I better go down to Hades and visit Hades. This is also what they called the underworld. They also called it Hades.
Okay.
So he goes on down there, and meanwhile, Hades is like sitting there on his fucking throne. He's got his dog Cerberus, which by the way means the Spotted. He literally named his dog Spot. He's got fucking he's got fucking Persephone next to him. He's like, all right, this is great. Let's see, another soul. Yep, you over here, you over there, you over there. All right, and no one else is in line. That's weird. He's tapping the throne. People don't usually wait this long to die. Something's going on. Persephone, I think something's up right now. And then Ares fucking bursts down in and he's like, hey, Hades, why the fuck is nobody dying? He's like, weird. I was about to ask you why nobody's fucking dying. Why the fuck isn't anybody dying? He's like, where the fuck is Thanatos? Why isn't he doing his fucking job? Wait a minute. Where was Thanatos last going to? He's like, I don't fucking remember. We're gonna contact the Oracle. She probably knows. So
are they gonna go up to Sisyphus's house with like a fucking baseball bat?
Almost. So here's what's gonna happen. They go to the fucking Oracle, which I imagine she's just sitting there like being an Oracle looking at a crystal ball, and the two fucking gods just drop down, and I was like, where the fuck is Thanatos? And she's like, apparently he went to go meet a guy in Corinth named Sisyphus, and then they like do the Drake and Josh thing, they look at the fucking camera like, Sisyphus. So they fucking zoom over there, and they fucking knock on the door, but like aggressively.
They don't just zoom, they just no clip out of Hades.
They fucking zoom over there. They fucking knock on the door. Like, hello? It's like, we're looking for a guy named Sisyphus. And Sisyphus' wife is
Hades and Ares. Check out these really cool shades I got. You should try them on.
No, so the wife is like, okay, I'll go get him. Hey, remember that time you totally pissed every god off in the world? He's like, what? I didn't do that. Like, oh no, you did. They're there, and they're pissed at you. It's like, there is no way the actual gods of fucking war and death are, oh fuck! So he closes the door and puts his back to it. He's like, okay. Next slicks his hair. I got a plan. Honey, I need your help with this. He's like, what now? Okay. He brings her, he's like, listen. I am fucked. 6 ways till Sunday. I'm gonna let Thanatos out. I'm gonna die, but I want you to do something for me. I want you to disrespect me at my burial. She's like, what? Trust me. Don't give me a proper burial. Call me every slur in the world. Treat me like a piece of shit. And she's like,
call me a Uyghur.
Call me a Uyghur and harvest my organs for more model Chinese citizens. She's like, I know you.
I don't know what China is, but okay.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I was gonna do that anyway. It's like, perfect. We're on the same page. All right. He fucking turns around, opens the door. Hades, Ares. They like pick him up. And he's like, I imagine they're like twice his size because they're guys.
They just pick him up and rip him in half.
They pick him up like, where's well, they can't kill him. Thanatos is fucking locked up. Remember?
But then you just rip him in half. He's like Silas from fucking Metroid Prime Hunters.
Where's Thanatos, dude? And he's like, hey, bros, don't worry. I got him. He's good. Just put me down. Yeah, all right. Whew, Ares, I didn't know you're so angry. Ares just like looking at him with like big fucking like cartoony, like fiery eyes. Like, it's okay. He's right here. He opens the chest. They're just like, oh, hey, guys. Kind of got stuck. How you doing? Like, Thanatos, what the fuck is wrong with you fucking idiot? Why did you fucking put those stupid chains? And he's like, I know, they were kind of nice. So they snap him out of the chains. And like, it's like, see, all's well that ends well. Well, you guys have fun. They grab fucking Sisyphus and he's walking away. It was like, you're not getting out of this one alive. He's like, okay,
Sisyphus
you know what?
is trying to walk away. They just pick him up and he keeps trying to walk. Like his feet just keep moving.
Yeah. They pick him up. He's like, you're gonna die. And he's like, you know what?
Fair.
You got me.
Fair.
You got me. I am willing to walk with you right now. You can bring me along. No fucking questions asked. No games. I'll come to the underworld with you, Hades.
He's just gotta try these chains.
Better. He's like, you fucking better. So Hades, Persephone, I imagine he brought Cerberus too, just brought the whole fucking squad. They go back, Ares fucking smacks Thanatos in the back of the head, he flies back to his war, Thanatos gets back to his fucking checklist of people who are gonna die, and they're in the underworld. Everything's fine. He's in line. Sisyphus is in line. Walks up to Hades like, "Hey, my boy, how you doing?" Hades like, "I am so pissed with you right now. Like, I know you are, but listen, there's a problem." Hades is like, I imagine, just like putting his fucking like eye, like his hands, like, what? What now? He's like, okay, so my wife didn't respect me with my burial, and I'm the king of Corinth. I can't let that happen. Please give me 24 hours to head back up there, give myself my own good burial, and I'll come right back. You're gonna come right back. Yes. You really expect me to believe that? Yes. Well, I will. And for some reason he's like, Hades, you do not actually believe this piece of shit. You're like, relax. There's no way this guy would try to cheat death twice. So he lets him go back to Corinth. He's like, honey, I'm back. She's like, oh, yes. Yes, you are. He's like, okay, here's the plan. Book it! And he and his wife just run. They run far and fast. And Hades is just like, oh my fucking god, I can't believe he's doing this shit again. Thanatos is like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. He's like, why not? Because no matter what, you can't escape me. I'll get him eventually. And so years pass as he's like on the run, hiding from fucking everything, trying to not get found by fucking Thanatos and Hades, until eventually he hits the age of 90, and he does eventually die of old age. And so Thanatos finally catches up to him, gets him, brings him back to the underworld. This was like 50-something years later, but he's all the way back down there. It's his turn in line again, and Hades looks at him, and he's pissed. He is super pissed. And he's like, so, I told the big man about everything you did. And he's like, uh-oh. Like, oh yeah, Zeus has a very fun punishment for you. Come here, you little shit. Grabs him, puts him at this fucking hill with a giant boulder. He's like, your task? Just put that boulder on top of that fucking massive mountain. And he's like, huh, I could do that. But every time he pushes the boulder all the way up, it just rolls all the way back down. He's got to keep doing it up and up and up and up and back down and up and up and back down. Over and over and over again for the rest of eternity. He's the man who cheated death twice, and now he does basically what me and you do at work every day.
We just fucking push that rock up, and then it falls, and I go home and I stare at the wall.
Yeah, but I really like his story because it's fun, just like, because he's crafty, and by that I mean the other gods are just stupid.
Yeah, I was about to say, he didn't do anything particularly intelligent. He just fucking... He realized that he was the Chad and that Thanatos was the Virgin, shoved him in a locker, and then just ran away. That's not really crafty.
It's like a 4,000-year-old story. Now, another story...
It was ingenious to use shackles back then.
Yes. So, another story I really enjoy is the story of Perseus. And those who've ever talked to me about Fate is I've really wanted him to be put into Fate because he's been in the files for, like, ever. They have him planned, they just never did anything with him yet.
So tell me, Aleks, what doth Perseus?
So, the story. A long time ago, a king of some shithole town that doesn't matter was old and grumpy as usual. He goes to the prophet, he goes to the Oracle of Delphi, because everyone goes to the fucking Oracle for everything. He goes to the Oracle, and she gives him a prophecy. He will be killed by his grandson. So, he does not want to die, especially to his grandson. So he has a daughter. Now, he could just kill her, but that's a big no-no. You don't kill your family. You know, as opposed to now where it's totally okay. You don't kill your family back then. But he's like, okay, I'll simply lock her up in a fucking cage so she can't fuck. There, easy, done. Puts her in this fucking, like, this cage with, like, this, like, one window. Puts her in this fucking, like, just, like, it's, like, underground, like, this fucking dungeon.
It's like fucking reverse Rapunzel. She's just way underground.
Pretty much, yeah. So she's down there. He's like, okay, honey, you be down there and don't even think about fucking anything and producing the person that'll kill me. Okay, bye. So she's down there just sad, looking out the window. It's like, oh, man, sure could use some dick right about now. And then here comes Zeus, zooming on through the sky. Fucking
allow me to introduce myself.
He sees a pretty young lady thinking about dick outside the window.
She and just fucking says, man, I sure could use some dick. And he just fucking flash of lightning. And he's got like one hand against the wall, just howdy.
No, I imagine he's like in there in the sky, just like screeches on the fucking clouds. Like, oh, dick, you say? Zooms on down there. And he's like, hello, my name is Zeus. Now, here's the fun thing about the gods. You probably wondered, why the fuck does Zeus always turn into something before he fucks somebody? Because Zeus is so powerful, you cannot comprehend his form, like a Lovecraft monster. What happens is if you were to look upon Zeus, you will burst into fucking flames by the sheer energy that he produces. He's too strong. So what he does to fuck her is he turns into golden water, falls into her lap and impregnates her. AKA he just pisses all over her, I guess.
I was about to say.
Oh, want some dick? Well, here's some piss. So it's obviously supposed to be water. So he impregnates her with that. And then, she tries to hide the fact that she got pregnant with knocked up with fucking, with Zeus's piss baby. But you can only hide that for so long.
Knocked up by Zeus. Knocked up with Zeus's piss baby.
I imagine, no, it's like, Death Stranding.
That's the title of this. That's the title of this episode. Knocked up by Zeus's piss baby.
So the king would come down there and check up like, hey, honey, you pregnant by any chance? Like, no. Like, okay, good, just checking. And he would just leave. But eventually, you can't hide the fact that you're getting the fucking baby bump, right?
So you're not pregnant, huh? How's your school? Oh, you don't leave this little room? Okay. All right, see you in 6 months.
So she eventually does give birth to her son, who she names Perseus. The king comes down and says, yo, what the fuck? Where'd that thing come from? Like, this totally isn't Zeus's piss baby or anything. He's like, oh fuck, oh god, he's gonna kill me. Oh shit, oh fuck, oh god, oh no, that's the prophecy. Because I put her in this cage, she's gonna grow up and be pissed off at me. Oh fuck, oh what have I done? Wait a minute, I got this. Easy. Gets his wife and the piss baby, his piss grandbaby, shoves him into a treasure chest, just like Thanatos, hooks it into the ocean, and says, there you go, now when they drown, I wouldn't have killed them, Poseidon did. I'm guilt-free of this, and walks back to his throne. So Poseidon comes out of the water with the treasure chest. He's like, what a fucking asshole! This guy's a fucking asshole! Huh, you know what? I think I'm gonna help this kid out. Because remember, Zeus and Poseidon are brothers, if you didn't know that.
I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know.
Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. All three of them are brothers. So he's like, because they technically make him his nephew. So he's like, I'm going to help this kid out. He uses the water and pushes the chest safely to this other land, like way far away. And they come to the chest still alive somehow. They're like, whoa. These two fishermen dudes, like the fisherman and his son, are like, whoa there's some crazy people washed up on shore. Hey, want to live here? And it's like, sure, we don't have much of a choice. So the four of them now become this little kind of surrogate family. Perseus starts growing up, becoming a fisherman, becoming strong and fucking a fit young lad. Remember, he's still demigod, so he's getting swole from just fishing because he's just naturally got God in him. He got piss in him. So eventually, the king of this new land, we'll call him. Well, the first king was King Dickhead. This is King Dick Butt. This guy, we'll call him King Pervert. Actually, it's better for what he's actually about to be. You'll see what happens.
Boy.
Every now and then, everyone's got to give tribute to the king. Typical fucking king bullshit. So, they're just fishermen. They get a bunch of fish together, like, hey, let's offer this to the king. So Perseus and Mom are come up there. Perseus is like, I'm simply just a poor fisher boy. All I can offer to you is this, just a big-ass fish. And the king's looking at that. He looks over and sees Perseus' mom. He's like, I got a better idea. Hey, kid, can I have your mom? He's like, what? Hell no, this is my mom. And he's like, all right, fine. Well, if only I had some kind of hero to deal with this, horrible snake monster that's been terrorizing everybody up north or something. He's like, oh, a quest. Well, I am a strapping young lad. I could easily kill some monster for you. Yeah, it could take a while. You could just go up there. It's, whenever it looks at people, it turns you into stone or whatever. You better prepare for it. It might take you a while. He's like, I can beat that monster with my eyes closed. He's like, well, you're gonna fucking have to. If you look at it, you turn to stone. I mean, yes, you probably should do that. You should go and do that quest for me. He's like, all right, no, leave your mom here. He's like, okay. And Perseus leaves his mom just with this king. He's like, so, I'm King Pervert, how you doing? So he just uses this opportunity just to hit on his mom. He just wanted to get Perseus out of his way. So Perseus is just like, alright, time to go on a fucking adventure. How the fuck do I go on a fucking adventure? What do I fucking do? I know. I'll go ask the Oracle. He goes, zooms over and asks the Oracle. She's like, go talk to the Sisters of Fate or some shit. Oh, get the fuck out of here, Perseus. Perseus is like, okay. So Perseus walks over. And he's like, boy, it sure is tiring walking everywhere. I sure wish I had a hand in this. And then Hermes, zooming on by. Hermes comes down with his fucking sandals. He's like, hey, kid, aren't you fucking related to Zeus? He's like, I don't know, fuck, maybe. I don't really know much about my dad. Is he really Zeus? And Hermes is like, shit, maybe. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Here, kid, have some sandals. And don't tell Zeus I told you.
Don't tell your uncle I told you you're his nephew.
Just don't tell nobody. It's like, cool, I got the winged shoes of Hermes. Or sandals of Hermes.
You got the winged sandals. Now, is he going to jump the chasm? Do it. Jump the chasm.
In a bit. So Perseus is like, cool, I can zoom everywhere. So he zooms over and finds the Sisters of Fate. Which,
he's jet set radioing his way around.
Yeah, fucking grinding off shit with his winged fucking sandals. He goes to the Sisters of Fate. Now, the Sisters of Fate you've actually seen in Hercules. Disney's Hercules. A.k.a.
The
Hercules.
3 of them. Aren't there like 9?
No, there's 3 sisters, and they all have they have one eyeball that they share between them, between each other, which is something they actually put in the movie. So he goes to them. He's like, "Hello, sisters. I'm going on a quest to kill some snake that turns people into stone, and I need your help." And they're like, why should we help you? And like one puts the eyeball in the other, like, yeah, for what I see, you're just some stupid snot-nosed kid. And one takes the eye, puts the other one, like, yeah, we would never help you. And she takes the eye out. Perseus grabs the eyeball out of her hand. And like, oh, what the fuck? We can't see anything. He's like, okay, here's how this is gonna go. You're gonna help me, and I'll give you your eyeball back. They're like, okay, fine, sure. So I guess somehow blinded, they forge a magical little sack that could keep anything within it fresh forever. He's like, cool, thanks. He tosses the eyeball back. Imagine that they tried to fucking catch it. He just tosses it back to him. He's like, all right, I'm gonna need some more stuff to be able to do this.
So wait, okay. So their thing to help him fight Medusa. Oh, I guess spoiler alert. Is a fucking bag of holding.
You'll see. It's going to be useful. He's getting multiple things. He's got shoes already. He's got the bag. He needs a couple more things, though, because a lot of these Greek heroic stories are gods interfering. Like a bunch of gods help Heracles with his bullshit, too. Because when you're a demigod, people are going to, because technically they're all related in a sense, people are going to fucking notice you, right? That's family, so they always help out. Well, it usually helps. Sometimes they'll fuck them over if they're assholes, like Poseidon sometimes. Anyway,
yeah.
So he's like, all right, I got an idea. Let's go visit my other uncle, Hades. He zooms on into the underworld, because remember, the underworld is an actual place you can just fucking go to. So he goes on down there. He's like, Hades, my man. And Hades is still like pissed off with the whole system. So he's like, what? He's like, I'm gonna go fight a big snake monster, and I need your help. He's like, fuck it, just take this. Tosses a fucking helmet at him. The helmet lets him turn invisible. He's like, cool, thanks. And he just runs off with it. So now he's got that. All on the way, he gets a sling, which they didn't have like bows and shit. They just fucking had the sling which you spin and throw rocks and shit. He's got a sling. He's like, all right. Athena comes down. She's like, whoosh. Hey, fuckboy. Know what you need? He's like, a gun? He's like, no, dumbass. You need a fucking shield. It's a really shiny shield, too. Wink, wink. He's like, I don't get it. It can reflect things. It's almost like a mirror. Wink. He's like, huh. I don't get it. He's like, oh my fucking god.
I mean, it's not nearly as cool as this helmet or like this bag, but okay,
she's like,
lady, whatever.
Fucking snake, you fucking idiot. Here's a sword too, you little shit. And it's like, okay, so now he's all geared up. He's got his fucking MMO armor. He's got his clown suit for min-maxing stats. Helmet invisibility, cool reflective shield, a sword, a sling, and the winged shoes of Hermes, and a sack of holding. Now, it's time to go fight this stupid fucking snake. So he zooms up north with his winged shoes, just slides on through the fucking sky, and gets to the fucking spooky-ass fucking ruins and caves that they all live in. So Medusa also has 2 sisters, Sitheno and Uriel. Before you ask, yes, they're in fate, but no, they're not snakes, so they suck. Who cares? So he's like, okay, time to use the helmet invisibility to sneak on past these 2 sister snakes. So in storytelling, there's the rule of 3. With Greeks, like there's the 3 sisters of fate, the 3 Furies, the 3 fucking sons of Kronos, the 3 fucking snakes. You get the idea. Cerberus has 3 heads.
Because the first 2 can be used to learn something, and then the third is to execute upon it.
Essentially. So he tiptoes with his helmet invisibility, goes up to the Medusa. He's like, okay, time to use this cool battle and use the reflective shield. And she's asleep. He's like, oh, I got a fucking better idea. Just fucking chops her head off while she's asleep.
Oh, so he doesn't even fucking do anything.
Nope, that's romanticized in movies. He just fucking stealth kills her.
So all of his fucking shit is just completely pointless.
Well, the helmet paid off. Hades gave him the best gift because he snuck past the other 2 snakes while she was asleep. So he chops her head off and puts her head in the sack of holding. So now it's going to say fresh so you can present it to the king and prove that he did it. He's like, okay, time to sneak bomb back out of here. Well, that was easy. And he slides on through the skies.
All I can picture when he flies with these stupid sandals is he's standing there and then the sandals just zoom and he's being dangled by his fucking ankles.
Like he's upside down like,
at a million miles an hour.
So he zooms by another fucking kingdom and he sees a lady chained to a fucking rock. And he's like, whoa, as he screeches in the air, what's going on down there? He zooms down, and the fucking monster, which people depict as the Kraken, it was more like a massive whale monster, but people are just gonna make it a squid anyway. Basically, the Kraken shows up, and it's gonna eat that fucking lady chained to the rock. He's like, whoa there, that's cringe. I ain't letting no young lady die. Shing, pulls out his fucking sword and starts and it actually fights the fucking Kraken. And he's
this like, kid sure is full of piss and vinegar.
He's sliding around doing fucking like Omni Slash on this thing because he's still got the fucking sandals on. So he's just sliding around, dodging fucking like tentacles and shit, just chopping this thing up. And the king like who chained the fucking lady up was like, "What the fuck's going on down here? Holy shit, he's actually killing that thing."
He's doing like a Dragon Ball Z style fucking instant transmission.
Yeah, just like shing, 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 shing. He fucking like shing, 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 lands the fucking puts his
fast.
He puts his sword away and like turns around like bam, the thing like explodes. Like, holy shit, you're a fucking hero, kid. You actually did that. He's like, yes. Now, king, tell me who chained this girl to this rock. He's like, I did. That's my daughter. And Perseus is like, what? You see, that horrible monster is the son of Poseidon. And I was getting really sick. Whoopsie. Like, and I offered my daughter to him so he'd leave me the fuck alone. And Perseus is like, oops. Well, anyway, save the day. Bye. He just zooms away. So he zooms back. So during this whole thing, while he's on this adventure, the king was being a corrupt asshole trying to constantly hit on Perseus' mom. But he was also just being an asshole king in general, so that fisherman that I mentioned earlier that was raising Perseus is starting a rebellion against this king, because this king's just a stupid old fucking lecherous pervert. He's an old Master Roshi, but without the endearing parts. He's this piece of shit. So a battle's starting to break out. Perseus zooms on in. He's like, whoa, what the hell's happening in my town? Why are you guys all fighting each other? He's like, the king's an asshole and he's trying to rape your mom. He's like, he's what? Well, fuck this guy. Like, I know, right? Come on, help us fight all these soldiers. And Perseus gets a cool idea. He's like, wait a minute. I got it. Hey, everybody who's on the fisherman's side. Like, yeah? Everyone close your eyes. Hey, enemy soldiers, check this out. Pulls out the fucking Medusa head. And they're like, oh, shit. And it turns all the fucking enemy soldiers into stone. Remember, it was still fresh because it was in the sack of holding. And he's like, all right. Puts it back in the bag. Time to deal with this fucking king. And so the king hears that Perseus did all that fucking stone shit. So the king's like, oh shit. Running like, is like in the fetal position, like scared behind his throne. And Perseus goes to the throne. Looks by him, he's like, hey, know what's cool? What? Imagine if you were immortalized as the coward that you are. And pulls out the fucking head and turns him into a stone statue of him, like, you know, curled up in fear.
Yikes.
So now he saved the day, saved his mom, saved the place from a corrupt king, saved that girl from earlier, and killed the Medusa with a sneak attack. Alright, he's a pretty big hero now. He puts that fisherman that raised him as the new king, the Fisher King now. So now he's in charge. He's like, alright, I did it, sweet! And the news of this starts spreading everywhere. He saved his mom, saved the day, everything's great. His grandfather hears it, and he's like, oh shit, he lived this whole time? I gotta get out of here! And he runs away. And so they ask Perseus, like, hey, aren't you gonna go chase after your grandpa? After all, he did throw you in that treasure chest and all. And Perseus is like, nah, I don't care much for revenge. Let the old guy just run away. I don't
care much for revenge. Quote from man who just turned the king into stone.
Yeah, don't worry about it. He's like, well, to be fair. That was more of like he was currently going to rape his mom thing, rather than something that happened 20 years ago. But anyway.
That's true.
I mean, besides, if his grandfather didn't do that, he wouldn't have become a hero. So anyway, Perseus like, all right, I don't care. Let him do whatever. I've got more important hero things to do. Years later, they do the Olympics. Perseus enters in the disc throwing competition. He's like, all right, guys, check this sick shot out.
He's gonna fucking disc. No, this is my prediction. He's gonna fucking disc golf. It's gonna go ping, choo, choo, ping, ting, 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 ting. And it's gonna like go through like the fucking stands. It's gonna like someone's walking by with a thing full of peanuts and it hits it. The peanuts go everywhere. It bounces all over. And then his dad, like his fucking dad's gonna be taking a shit in the bathroom and just gonna decapitate him, and his
So
head's gonna fall in the toilet.
So here's what happens.
So
He's
am I
like,
right?
You're almost right. So he gets a disc throwing. He does like the pose, spins around. He's getting ready to throw it, trips, whoops, fucking it slides out of his hands, spins in the air, bounces off a wall, bounces off a pillar, hits an old man square in the fucking head in the stands. He falls over dead. Oh shit, Perseus, you accidentally killed somebody. He's like, oh shit. He flies up there with his sandal. He's like, oh my god, it's my grandpa. And he fulfilled the prophecy by complete accident.
I mean, I was right.
I love that story because the ending bit's just funny. How he fulfills the prophecy by a complete mistake. But I also like through the entire thing, Perseus just kind of like an idiot. The gods really like push him in the right direction for that. But he's great.
This fucking story, it sounds like they ran out of budget halfway through and they got to Medusa and they had to trim it somewhere. So like, okay, so we had the whole fight.
No, they wasted all the budget on the Kraken, so he had to kill the Medusa really quickly.
Just like the fucking isn't Perseus the one that there's that movie based off of him?
Where he rides Pegasus, yeah. So when he kills Medusa, I almost forgot to mention, Pegasus sprouts out from her neck. Don't even ask how it works.
His horse friend.
So he doesn't ever ride...
I understand why Pegasus comes out of there, because that's like the monsters, like female monsters give birth to like monsters and shit from their own blood or whatever. So yeah, I understand why Pegasus but Pegasus is like a cool guy though. So.
Yeah, well he is, but Perseus never rides Pegasus. Bellerophon, another hero, rides Pegasus. So there's a bunch of movies that depict instead of the sandals, they have him ride the horse, ride Pegasus, so it's cooler. But no, that never happens. And no, Heracles doesn't ride him either. That's something Disney's Hercules just kind of put in there themselves as well. Another story I really, really like is Theseus. Now, Perseus, the other Eseus. So Theseus isn't a cool demigod. This is a little different. He's not related to Zeus or nothing. He's just a guy. So, a long time ago, the King of Athens. I actually remember this one because Athens is a big city. He's visiting some other kingdom, has an affair with some girl, she gets pregnant, and he doesn't want everyone to know he had some weird bastard kid way outside of the town because that makes him look bad. So he tells her, look, don't tell nobody about this, but if the kid ever does get curious where he's from, here, I'll do this. He gets this big boulder, puts like a sword and like map and shit underneath it. Like, listen, when the kid is old enough to lift this stone and get that sword, tell him to come to Athens and I'll meet him, alright? And she's like, that's weird, but okay, whatever. So he goes back to Athens. Little Theseus grows up, eventually gets strong enough to lift that boulder, just hooks it over, gets the fucking sword, gets the map, and learns about like how he's the Prince of Athens and shit. He's like, whoa, that's fucking crazy. And they're like, well, hey, you want to go to Athens and go meet your fucking king dad? He's like, he holds his hand up like, no. The people of Athens would never accept me if I just walked in there with a boat. They would never accept me if my sandals were not dusty and my sword was not bloody. So he just walks all the way up to Athens, a very long journey. And they're like,
where is Athens again? Is it in a special location?
Athens is like, well, it's a real place. It's like up in the like northeast of like Greece. And he was like way down south, so it was a long way to walk if he wasn't sailing, if he wasn't taking a shortcut. So along the way, he has to fight with like monsters of the week and like bandits and shit. He's hacking his way through, going on adventures. And there's one guy in particular that people really like to talk about, and it's the bed guy. There's this weird bandit guy with an axe, and he has two beds, which I guess he just carries with him at all times. So he has a little bed and a big bed. The bed guy says if you're too big, he puts you on the little bed and says, oh, you are too big for this bed. Here, let me assist you, and chops off your fucking legs, and then you bleed out to death on the bed. Or if you're small, puts you on the big bed and says, oh, you are too small for this bed. Here, let me help you. And it has like a stretcher thing on it that he like cranks and just rips your fucking limbs apart. He's a bed-themed like bandit.
Yeah, what is this shit?
4,000-year-old story, okay? So Perseus meets him and he's like, haha! And he's like, I'm gonna put you in the bed. He's like, fuck you! And they start fighting. And so they're fighting, they're slashing, they're stabbing, they're fucking slapping the shit out of each other, just And so Perseus gets the hold on him, picks him up, fucking like Hercules tosses him into the little bed, grabs his axe and says, oh, sorry, you're too big for this bed. Let me help you! Chop, and kills the guy with his own method of killing people. and kills it, and cuts his place, he bleeds out.
this hero dismembers a man.
Okay, so here's the thing. Let me back it up for a second. Greek storytelling, heroes didn't actually need to be good people. Heroes simply needed to be strong enough to do whatever they wanted. That's why so many of the gods are just dickheads. Like, over the course of like thousands of years of retellings and like society changing, we make heroes, heroic and nice and shit. But for the most part, they just did whatever the fuck they killed. They killed a shitload of people. Like, Oedipus Rex, that whole story. He just killed a group of people because they were in his way. Like, on his way to the next town, there was like a merry band of like
Oedipus,
fuckers.
Why did you kill that village? To test my power. There's
like,
the Sharingan.
His story was that he killed his father and then fucked his mother.
And then killed himself, like gouged out his eyes and killed himself, yeah.
Yeah, but like he killed his father in that merry band of people that were just in his way. They just pissed him off, so he just killed them all. Like storytelling back then is, who cares? Like, it doesn't matter if you were right or wrong. So like if might equals right, it's like you slap me like, hey, you slapped me. You just stand over, like you like on your tippy toes and loom over him. It's like, yeah, gonna do anything about it? It's like, no, Greek hero.
It's just like, hey, whatever puts the fucking butts in the seats, the uncomfortable stone seats.
But to be fair, this guy was also a murderer. The bad guy
it's fine.
The bad guy was killing people, so he got his taste of his own medicine. That was the whole point of that fight scene. So he eventually cutting through bandits and shit, gets all the way down. Sandals are now really dusty. Sword is now really bloody. He's like, whew, made it. And he gets to fucking Athens. So in Athens, coincidentally, at this time, Medea the witch is there, and she tells the King of Athens, aka his dad...
and she tells the King of Athens all about these fantastic movies by Tyler Perry.
Medea tells him, he's like, hey, there's gonna be this kid that's gonna come into the fucking thing, and he's totally fucking evil. He's gonna usurp the fuck out of you and take your throne. And he's like, well, I don't want that. I like being the king. Alright, bring this kid in. I got a fucking idea. So, Medea poisoned the shit out of his food. He's like, alright. So she, puts all the fucking like poison shit on this fucking like chicken or whatever the fuck Greeks eat back then. And then having this feast, like, well then, you traveled all the way to Athens from wherever the fuck the other town was. He's like, yes, my sandals are dusty and my sword is sure is bloody. He's like, that's funny. That's a saying that I said a long time ago. Weird. Medea's like, okay, here, kid. Here's some poisonous food. He's like, thanks. I sure am hungry after doing that. He lifts up like his arm, which like makes the sword come out of the sheath, and he's like, the king's like, holy shit! Smacks the food out of the hand. He's like, that's no usurper. That's my son. Medea, did you know he was my kid? She's like, yeah. He's like, why'd you tell me to kill him? I don't know, it's no particular reason. Thought it'd be funny. He's like, well, fuck you! So they kicked Medea out of the fucking town. She's just like, fucking rude, whatever. So Medea just leaves, and the fucking king...
She's just gone?
Yeah, she just fucking leaves. Well, she's a witch. What does she fucking care?
She's just gone and out of this story now?
Yeah, she's just gone. Fucking forget about her.
Okay, sure. She's like fucking Wormtongue from Lord of the Rings. You just get kicked out. Get the fuck out of here.
So they kick her out, and he's like, oh, thank God you're here, son. This is great. Now we can live happily ever after as prince and king. Woo, yeah. Except,
they both just start doing the woo, yeah, oh, yeah, woo, yeah thing.
They do groove battle. But no, it's like, well, except there's one problem in our town. And he's like, what's that, father? Well, you see,
Uyghurs.
The Uyghurs. They're not model Chinese citizens.
Everyone keeps getting sick, and I don't understand why. Check out our favorite dish, bat soup.
So, Theseus is like, well, what's wrong there? He's like, well, you see... There's this evil king called King Minos who lives on this island up north, and he's a real dickhead. He demands tribute from all of us, and he makes us take all of our young boys and ship them off on a boat to him to be killed by the Minotaur.
Did you say Midas or Minos?
Minos.
Okay, with an O.
Yeah. For whatever reason, it's pronounced Minos, like minus, like less or whatever. Minus. Even though it's the Minotaur, you think it would be Minos or Minos, but it's...
Yeah, I think it's a man original... plus a bull. That's not minus anything.
Well, I imagine, Minos himself, I'm going to say Minos to make it easier. Minos himself, or whatever, he's just a guy. So, Minos over here, fucking Meteos over here, the Fresh Still Dota player, I think he's a league player. Minos over here was living on this little island, just being a king or whatever, with his wife, Then Zeus came by one day, horny as usual, sees his
fucking
wife
screeching. Is that a human woman?
He fucking, like, eyeballs out of his head. Oh, wooga, ooga. So he turns himself into a bull and fucks that lady, who I guess was just into that. So
hey, listen, in fucking 6000 BC, okay, maybe not that long ago, in past time, it's negative whatever BC. Don't judge, Aleks.
So she fucks a bull, gets pregnant with a bull kid, which is the Minotaur, named Asterios. Yes, he's in Fate also, but don't worry about him, alright?
Oh, I didn't even know he actually had a name. How about that?
Asterios, yeah. So, the Minotaur now is ugly bull man, and Minos does not like him. So he shoves him away down in the underground. But the mom is like, well, I don't want my kid to just be in there forever. That's awful. Give him some room to move. He's like, okay, fine. And he makes the labyrinth. So, in order for the Minotaur to not get lost in the labyrinth, the mother crafts this long, like, unbreakable string that he can leave behind him to make, like, a map for himself. That's how the Minotaur is always able to find his way through the labyrinth, by the way. He simply just leaves breadcrumbs for himself with the string.
Okay.
So back to Theseus. Theseus says, like, okay, let me go as a tribute. I'll take care of the Minotaur problem. He's like, Theseus, no, it's stupid. You're my son. You're immune to this fucking tribute anyway. Just stay here with me and be king. He's like, no. I ain't letting my people fucking be ruled by some pissed off dude and his pissed off bull. So by some cuck in his bull.
Yeah, whoa. Whoa now.
So, the ship comes by, and the king's like, okay, but if you're successful, take the ship back and put on these sails. And if you fail, put on these other sails. He's like, okay, whatever, Dad, that's stupid, but I'll do it. So he gets together with all the boys, and they travel all over to fucking, the place. So, over there, he's like, alright, boys, here's how it works around here. You're all gonna go in that labyrinth, and you're all gonna die. And if you can find your way out, then yeah, sure, fuck it, you can live. But, come on. We both know you ain't gonna live. Anyway, have fun! So he shoves all the kids in there, and they all start scattering around like a fucking Hunger Games thing, trying to fucking avoid the Minotaur. So they got no weapons, no gear, they're just running for their lives trying to find their way out of this fucking maze. So, one by one, the Minotaur finds and kills, like, each fucking boy and just eats them and shit, right? Okay. Then, Theseus fucking figures it out. He finds the string, which I guess none of the other boys noticed. He sees, like, how it's leading to, like, a path. He's like, huh, so that's where he's going. I got an idea. So he like, follows back to, like, a path, because he knows that the Minotaur's going to eventually come back that way to go back to his home, right? Yeah, he sneaks into, like, a corner where the Minotaur can't see him, picks up this big fucking rock. And he's just around the fucking corner. Like, your life ends 30 minutes from now. Waiting for... So Asterios is just, walking by going, I'm a fucking bull. Walking on by.
I sure do love eating children.
I sure do love eating children without any remorse. I sure hope nobody... Oh, fuck! And then he just started... Just bam! 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 He started beating the fucking Minotaur in the head with this big-ass fucking rock. Just starts wailing the fuck out of him. Just bam! Bam! Because he doesn't have a sword. This is the rock. This sneak attack is only somewhat effective. He's just gotta keep fucking going. This is brutal. Just bam! 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 This fucking blood, this brain bit, just bam! He's gotta make sure he's dead, though. Bam! Okay. Bam! Okay, he's really dead.
What a hero.
What a hero. So, he's like, okay. Gets the string, uses that to fucking find his way out, grabs whatever surviving boys, because there were actually a few that survived. He gets them. He's like, we did it, boys! We saved the day! Woo! Like with blood chilling off of his footprints.
I imagine when he turns, like, he's carrying the string behind him, and he's just because he's got the blood hunger now. And he turns a corner, he's just covered in fucking Minotaur blood and hair and terrifies some of the children.
The kid's like, he's like, I'm here to save you. They're like, ah! They scream. But he gets whatever survivors he can. He gets them all out. They lead their way out with the string. They made it. They escaped. Now Minos has no real power or authority because, well, that was his big thing. So he's kind of just screwed now. So they fucking book it to the boat. They get on, they like go. Minos is pissed off, like he sends his guards, and the guards are like just don't make it in time. He's like, we did it, we saved the day, woo! And so they're all high fiving and shit, and they're like, whoo! Theseus is like so covered in blood, like wiping it off. He's like, oh man, I saved the day. Yeah, Athens is safe from the stupid fucking Minotaur. Oh, yeah. Hey, what the hell's over there? And on this island, just like Perseus, there's just some lady just sitting there. This lady's, sitting there as another offering to Poseidon or one of his children. He swooshes
Goddamn, Poseidon.
He swooshes on in. At least he asks for it first, unlike Zeus. So
I mean, fuck, dude. At least Poseidon cares for his kids. Zeus just fucking...
he hits it and quits it. He pumps and dumps.
He ejaculates and then evacuates.
Literally. So he's like, well, hello there, sweet young maiden. I'm a hero covered in Minotaur blood. Wanna do it? And she's like, okay. But then Poseidon's like, whoa there, fuckboy. Like, I bet he's like giant out of the water. He's like, hold it there. She may
Whoa
be...
there, Romeo. You'll understand that joke in a few hundred years.
Wink. Hold up. That's for me and my children. You can't have her. She's off limits. He's like, man, really? He's like, yes. And you ate one of my nephews, so you don't get freebies on this. Get back on your boat and go back to Athens. Leave her here. He's like, okay. He's like, wait, what? And he's like, okay, bye. Just leaves her on the fucking rock.
Based.
Later. So he's saved the day, but now he's sad, and he forgets to put the sails up to let his dad know that he won. So his dad looks out with his little theater binoculars, like it has the black sails, meaning that they lost. He's like, "Oh man, my son is dead. Well, time to kill myself." And so he jumps off a fucking cliff.
Time to kill himself, just turns around and grabs his ceremonial dagger, stabs himself, and backflips off the cliff.
Well, he doesn't stand up. He just yeets himself off the cliff, just bonk, 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 just rolls down, hits the ground. He's like, oh, fuck, they didn't kill me enough. I'm still alive, but this hurts. And so Perseus can see his dad just like flailing down the mountain. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, Theseus sees him. He's like, oh shit, I forgot the sails. Oh fuck, whoops. They dock the fucking boat. He runs over to his dad, who's just like on the ground bleeding. He's like, Dad, I'm sorry, I forgot the sails, but I beat the Minotaur. He's like, oh, that's so cool. Hey Theseus, yeah? I love you, but you know what would have been even cooler than that? What? If you remember to put up the fucking sails, you fuck... Oh, and then he dies. So now Theseus is the king of Athens because he accidentally killed his dad. So he becomes king of Athens, and that's the story of Theseus, the end.
He didn't kill his dad. Remember this weird backwards-ass logic that sometimes makes sense. So...
He was distracted.
The god of gravity killed him.
It was the point of the story, if I recall correctly, was like don't get distracted because you couldn't get some poon. Like he was too distracted by the fact that he couldn't fuck that one girl that he forgot something that was important. That was the point of his dad dying.
I think that's a lesson we can all learn from, Aleks.
Yes, but I really, really, really like those three stories. And look, that was 49 minutes. See? Pretty good stories.
Dog.
Now, I actually want to have a bonus bit, though, because this is the only time I'll ever get a chance to talk about this. This will probably be under like 10 minutes. All right, so.
Better be quick.
Let me tell you about one of my favorite historical figures who was real, unlike a mythology one. Let me tell you about history. A man named Diogenes.
A man has fallen in the river in Lego City.
So...
Start jerking off in your barrel.
So you're spoil it. So for those who have never heard of this guy, plenty of people have. Have you ever heard of Plato, the philosopher, the smart guy?
Yes.
So that guy is Goku. Fucking Diogenes is Vegeta. So,
are you sure? Because Diogenes seems more like a fucking Krillin.
Imagine if Vegeta, but Vegeta was a massive alcoholic and public masturbator.
Okay, so canon Vegeta, yeah. Just say it's Saga Vegeta.
So Plato would be this wise old man, sitting there thinking like, what doth life? But Diogenes, this smelly hobo, like his brown rags and his cane, would walk in and said, what doth these nuts? Oh,
and then he starts Fortnite dancing. That's what they're based off of.
And the crowd of people would be like, holy shit, this guy's fucking smart.
This guy's got it.
So Diogenes lived in Athens, again, the real place, and he did not like how Athens was so lofty, so up their own ass, and so prissy. He hated society, bottom text. So he lived his life doing the complete opposite of what Athens is. So everyone, like, people in Athens live in these nice, beautiful houses, bam, like thump on the ground, lives in a big fucking wine barrel. They thought back then it was rude to eat at the marketplace. You bought your food and went back home and ate. He would like get the food, like get this bread, and just go like obnoxiously eat right in people's faces. Just this is so fucking good. Thanks for the fucking bread, asshole.
Just spitting crumbs all over their face.
Yeah, it was also seen back then. It was seen as rude to jerk off in public, as opposed to now. So you would do just that. You'd be like, and down.
So he's just eating. He's just ripping apart a pomegranate in one hand. It's bloody and dripping down his face while fucking man postulates on the meaning of life while jerking off and eating a pomegranate.
Athens is a city that prides itself in its knowledge and etiquette. Over there, you see Diogenes masturbating. Remember, you just do it outside in front of everybody. Just start whacking it. Because remember, this is a pre-Christian society, so people were just like, they would just roll their eyes, but they wouldn't like tell him to stop. They would just ignore him. So he's just sitting there, just whacking his fucking meat. And one guy asked Diogenes, "Why do you keep beating off in public so much?" And he said,
"Why do you keep looking?"
And he says, "If only it was so easy to cure hunger as to pat my tummy." So,
what did he mean by this?
What did he mean by this? So he made himself famous by doing public stunts like this that were criticisms of society, in air quotes. I see them as him just being a massive asshole, like a senile old man. So let me give an example. Plato was given a speech about fullness and emptiness in the world. He said, "The world is much like this cup. As you can see, it is half full or half empty. It is filled with fullness, but," he dips it out, "it can also be filled with emptiness." And Diogenes, the guys are like, all right, that makes sense. Then he just gets up, he's like, "That's bullshit. If that's fucking worldness and fullness and emptiness, where could you find cupness?" And Plato's like, what? And Diogenes walks up to him, taps him on the forehead and says, "Well, here's where you can find emptiness." And the crowd's like, oh shit!
Oh my god! And then they all start jerking off, right?
They start fucking wagging it. And he's like, yes, I know, I am the smartest man in the world. So, another thing that he did, another public stunt that he did is, one day, there's a crowd of people, he's like pushing him aside, he's got like a lantern, he's like trying to like look, he's like, "Excuse me, out of my way, I'm looking for something. Like, "What are you looking for, Diogenes?" I'm looking for an honest man, but I just can't seem to find one. Out of my way. And they're just like, there's Diogenes again. Because the point is that everyone's a liar. But,
yeah.
Another thing is that one day he's just sitting there whacking off like usual, and the guards walk up and he's like, "Hey, Diogenes, we're getting sick of your shit. What if one day we just hooked you over the fucking fence and you just got eaten by all the wild dogs?" He's like, "Well, would you give me a stick to fend myself off with?" He's like, "Well, no, you'd be dead. We would just toss you over there." He's like, and he hits him with his cane, like, "Fool, what would I care if I'm already dead?" And goes back to jerking off.
Okay.
And then another thing. Another public thing. Remember, this was 4,000 years ago. This was seen as like super smart, aka just be an asshole to everybody. He was a real Rick of his time.
Crazy old man that I see every goddamn day. When I work at a pharmacy, I talk to Diogenes every day.
So rather than actually offer any insight, he would just insult other people's insights.
Oh, so he's an internet debater.
Yes. But also a senile old man who loves to wank it. So, another thing. This part is argued if this has ever actually happened, but people just love Diogenes, so they just consider it canon, and it has a statue to memorialize it. Memorialize it.
Is it him whacking it? God damn it.
No, not this time. Alexander the Great shows up. He travels all the way to Athens to meet this apparently super smart asshole named Diogenes. He wants to see him for himself. So Diogenes just sitting there, sitting in his barrel, I'd assume jerking off, sitting there So Alexander, like the Chad, super tall, who is actually only like 5 feet tall, but Diogenes is an old man sitting down, so he looks tall in the situation. Sitting down, looking over, it's like, so, you're the legendary Diogenes, huh? And he's like, yes, I am. Who are you? He's like, I'm Alexander the Great, the Conqueror. And he's like, that's great. Could you get the fuck out of my sunlight? And Alexander's like, the guards behind him are like, oh shit, he's insulting. Oh. And Alexander's like, okay. He steps to the side a little bit. And so then he sits down, he starts talking with Diogenes about life, about the meaning of existence, about fullness and emptiness and cupness and shit. Diogenes is just being like a fucking asshole. I imagine, my only headcanon is that Diogenes' hand never left his wiener while they were talking. So, Alexander says, you know, you're a pretty smart guy, I must say. If I was not born as Alexander, I would have wished to be Diogenes. And Diogenes says, well, if I was not Diogenes, I too would wish to be Diogenes. And Alexander gets up and leaves. He tells his guards, that man is the smartest man I've ever met. And there's a statue of this, of like Alexander like looking over Diogenes, just like crouched over his wine barrel like a fucking goblin. But what I like about Diogenes is that he never says anything smart. Much like Rick from Rick and Morty, he never does or says anything smart. He's just an asshole to everybody, and would just go up to Plato and just say like, "Yeah, he's nuts," and then just leave.
You know what he reminds me of?
What's up?
So this British guy, his name is Carl Pilkington, and what he is he is a he's just this guy. He's not particularly intelligent, but he notices things that a lot of people overlook or disregard. He's just this guy that exists and notices things around him and will comment on it as a complete layman who's simple. He's able to look at things from a very, very simple point of view that if you listen to him talk, he sounds like he's talking about a lot of important shit, but I think it's mostly just you bouncing off of what he's saying, kind of like Diogenes. I don't think he's jerked off in a barrel though in public, but he did get attacked by monkeys on camera.
Was he cranking one out while that was happening?
I don't think I'll have to rewatch it and watch where his hands go.
So, fun fact: did you know Diogenes is actually in Fate? He actually is. He was in a spin-off where he's just like this little old man with like wearing like a barrel, with like straps like in overalls.
Very cool.
He does have a design. Yo, when is he gonna be in Fate where his whole phantasm is just a big fucking cum? Just cooms all over the enemies and debuffs them.
And then he holds up his burst attack or whatever is that he holds up a chicken and starts slapping him with it like a rubber chicken. It says, "This is a man, a featherless biped." I don't know if he said that.
His busters, he walks and taps in your head like, "Here's where you can find emptiness." Tunk, and just does like a shitload of damage to you.
It does intelligence damage.
He's great. He's one of my favorite figures, and I know I've mentioned him before to some people on the podcast. He is the history's first documented shit poster. All he would do is run around and bitch about society bottom text and crank one out in public. Now he is remembered 4,000 years later as this immense fucking genius. I'm gonna be real, guys. I think he might have just been a crazy old man. Yeah, that's some fun Greek tales I want to do as a little bonus for these episodes. So, Ted, do the plugs.
Oh, that's right, plugs. I'm plugging up a wine barrel so Diogenes can just drown in it because he's a fucking crazy old man. You can find the podcast on YouTube, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify. You can find there's us here on that good old Twitter. On Discord, there's a Patreon. Website is LMTYA.com. I think it's that one. What it was either that one or let me tell you about .com. That was several $1,000s. But let me tell you about .moe. That one definitely works. I know that one for sure because I paid for it 2 weeks ago to get it renewed. Is there anything else I'm missing, Alex? I feel like there is.
Did you say Google Play and iTunes?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Did you Did you crank one out Did you crank one out for Diogenes?
Shoot your goo for Diogenes, my dudes. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. That's horrible.
Anyway, I hope you guys like this episode. Okay, I'm done. Bye.